Are we starting soon, or we're back?
We're
Hi,
back.
guys. Is this me or is everything black barred on Twitch there,
Oh
or is that
yeah.
just me? No, it's just me.
Right.
Fantastic.
Oh no, no, we talked about this. I've got it. Sorry.
So just making sure that again everything's okay. All good. Fantastic. There we go. Cool. Sorry about that, chat. Technical issues are ever so fun, but thank you for your patience being on with us. Let us resume the story. So as the camera pans out of the Rising Shire Palace, as Elena swears and kicks something in her bedroom, we then move over and we go back down to outside the palace walls to his tiny little shack. Excuse me. What am I hearing to? Oh, that's what I'm hearing to. To a tiny little shack on the outskirts of the city. As you look inside, you can see Falcoris, Lavender, Wash, and the steward currently guarding, or looking over, so I should say, the babbling insanity voice that is currently Bucky as he's laid out on this table. During the time that Elril has been away, the steward has got himself a couple of different potions, some alchemical means, and is basically getting ready now to start removing the curse. And again, he approaches you guys, and this is, like I said, going to be a bit of an all-nighter for me, so make yourselves at home, relax. If you need me, I might be a bit indisposed for now, but make yourself comfortable, and I will get you when I can. He's asking this outside where Bucky isn't. I do need to ask, is he dangerous?
It can be.
Okay. In that case, and he goes back to basically behind the wardrobe and he pulls out a long great sword sort of thing, just for my protection.
Is there any way of straps to hold him down?
Yes, but I don't trust anybody.
Then
so just for my protection, I will keep this.
I would recommend strapping him down.
Easy done. Stay here. The fire is warm. There's some stew in the pot. You might need to top up a little bit and make enough for guests, but by all means, have what you need. And I will fetch you later in the day. Good night. And with that, he makes his way back upstairs again.
Just before he goes, I'm going to just pat him on the shoulder and just be like, and give him the book, the journal. When he wakes up from whatever fucking madness is going on with him, give him this. Tell him it's his journal to read it. It'll calm him down.
Thank you. Any helpers would be a good help. You guys rest. I can see it's been a long trail on the road for you three. Rest up.
Of course, we'll sit outside the room.
He closes the door behind him. 5 minutes turns to half an hour, which turns to an hour, which turns to 3 hours, turns to 4 hours. And with the late at night, you guys, probably Lavender and Wash, you guys can feel yourselves, beginning to nod off by the warm fire. Just, you can relax your guard here. You're in a place of abode and you feel especially safe here right now, Wash, and comfortable. Lavender, you've of course been here before. You know this man is quite a nice man. And you two start to nod off, but for chorus, you wish you could nod off just now and get a little bit of respite for your mind and relaxation, but you just can't get anything out. And it gets to about maybe 5.5 hours in, before Falcoris, through the wooden door, and it's just a standard thin wooden door, you hear a horrible sound. It sounds like simultaneously bones snap and break all at once, and there is a scream.
But instantly, Falcoris is going to open the door and look in.
You open the door and look in. You can see that the steward is standing there, his face white with shock. Bucky is strapped to the table with a big strap across his waist, one against his one remaining arm, and his legs. And where the bruising was, his legs have been broken in multiple places with all the bones shattering outside of the skin from the knee down. Where it just looks like the lower leg bone has just exploded inside of his own body. And Bucky is strapped to this table, screaming. The curse was lifted, and the second I lifted the curse, this.
Of course, going to walk over and he's going to do the whole Vulcan punch thing, but with somebody's sword and just knock out Bucky if he can.
Yeah, I will say it probably doesn't take too much to one swift pummel strike, and Bucky is out. The man has a bit lower constitution right now.
We're awake, right? Like me and Lavender are awake.
We're like on probably the cusp, like nodding off sort of thing. You know, that sort of in between naps. You're taking like 20-minute naps here and there, but your nap has been thoroughly shattered by this.
Yeah.
Shattered like his legs, basically.
I'm gonna basically shout out to for Wash. Wash.
He's already up, and he'll just I don't care how much. I need to look it up. I think I have genuinely like 65 HP. I haven't updated it in a while, so.
I will say to heal injuries of this magnitude, it will cost you like a good like 30 HP to dump in to get the lower legs to deal.
I'll fucking do that and more. I'll do 50.
Oh, fair.
I know for a fact I have at least 50. I know that for certain. Just to make sure that everything sets correctly.
And you see the horrific sight, and again, there are multiple bone fragments sticking out in multiple places from the lower leg, and all this all where the bruising, air quotes, was. The bruising has completely gone away now. But oh my god, Ghost just flashbanged himself quite impressively. However, you again run over, and you put your hands on this horrific injury, and as you dump your paladin healing in, you guys, Lavender, Falcoris, and Wash as well, you all watch the bones like little worms recede back through the tunnels of skin they made, and before the skin also starts to heal but leave horrific thick scars behind.
It's visual. I like it.
The steward, still white with shock, like, I just healed him. The curse is lifted.
It's all right.
It's not your fault.
It's all right.
It's not your fault.
It's obviously a powerful curse. Do you know anything about it now that you've dealt with it?
Kind of. It's almost like, and this actually explains, your friend sustained these horrific injuries. Whoever curse was given to him undid that. When I've broken the curse, the injury resumed.
Alright. Is there any sort of malice behind the curse in the sense that it can control his mind?
It's certainly not been doing his mind any favors. Control his mind outright, I wouldn't say so. I more think it's been clouding his... You said he wasn't the most stable man.
No.
I think something has been... You and I could have got this curse, and we might not have seen heads nor tails of it besides the physical effects. I think with his low mental constitution, something else is able to weed itself inside.
Is there any sort of information you can gather from the curse now you've dealt with it? Who... what it's attached to?
I believe it must be tied to some armors that he must have worn on his feet, be it some boots, some anything he might have worn on his feet.
It was his boots.
I believe that's where we'd have picked it up from. To the extent of who created this curse and for why, I don't know, but he would have had to wear some boots for, if you say boots, for an extended period of time for the curse to attach itself to him and heal his wounds.
Do you know?
I can see that he might have been able to perhaps planar jump with these things. But I don't think it was a smooth jump if he was doing that.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the curse?
Not without seeing the items that gave them to him. I'm working with half a puzzle piece here.
Alright. Unfortunately, Australion has the boots
Well,
right
if you
now.
want to bring the boots to me, I can have a deeper look at them, but I wouldn't recommend anybody put them on, please.
No, I think we'll be staying off them for a bit. That's just really on the background going.
Oh, these fit. Holy shit! Size 8s.
But of course, but it's all right about what happened. It's okay, Stuart. You're fine. It's a curse, I know you didn't do this.
Thank you for understanding. I, again, wasn't expecting that. But I'm glad your friend, relatively speaking, is okay now.
And thank you, Wash.
Relatively speaking.
Thanks for your healing.
Wash will just give a deep sigh, just to like he looks drained. Basically, he's not used to healing as much. Healing was not on the cards.
I don't think he's going to be waking up anytime soon. I think as well with what he just went through, it's best let him rest and wake up on his own time.
Keep the straps on him.
I wasn't planning on taking them off. But I will stand guard here. I don't need quite as much sleep as you people do. Go. I will stand guard. I'll let you know when he wakes.
If you don't mind, I'm going to fall asleep in here anyway. And of course, we'll pick a corner and just like settle into it. And
as you sort of settle in, you can see like the steward now and again just sort of like goes over and like just basically does things across the room, tidies up after the remove curse, and as you sort of slump in the corner, at one point you have your eyes shut and you can feel that he approaches you and you can feel a blanket get draped over your shoulders.
yeah, kind of open an eye and be like, "Thank you."
Sleep. And he leaves you again in peace. You can hear again as you're sort of drifting away, and this is now that you feel the curse been done. You finally do feel that you can let your guard down enough to slip away into sleep as you can hear his footsteps across the room. Before the three of you can sleep and get a long rest in this hut if you so wish. Do not level up, but you can heal up, regain, in your case, Wash your temporary hit points, your lay on hands, and that sort of stuff. In the meantime, obviously, Eloril and Azraelion, your friend's been gone a long time now. You know, it's getting towards midnight sort of thing. Are you going to go, just wonder, are you going to be retrieving them, or is the case now just waiting for news from Elena and Lily?
Oops. We were told not to leave, but I would like to see if I can find someone that can at least look at these boots and do some sort of identification on them.
Easy enough. Again, I say easy enough. This time of night is a bit more difficult than usual, but you do eventually are able to flag someone down who... It's more like someone who's like... How do I, like an apprentice sort of thing? As oh yeah, this would be good practice for my portfolio, I guess, sort of thing. But they do take the time to sit down. They ritual cast identify for you. These are called the Phantom Waltz. Is what these boots are. Now, actually, if I can do this, that might be easier.
A pen with no ink. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Wow. You can tell as a toddler kicking about, can you, that you've got to hide the ink to all pens.
So basically what these boots will do in summary, and again, I'll pop an exact thing in chat later for you guys, is once per day, you can use an ability called the Spectral Jaunt, and you can step into the ethereal plane for up to a minute.
Okay.
Using the action to make your return. While doing so, this can only affect yourself. So if you're holding an object or if you're holding anybody else, they will not come with you. It's just yourself you can teleport. But when you're in the ethereal plane, you can see the world around you as it is, and you're able to move through walls, move through doors, and solid objects, provided you can get that within a minute. Provided you can do something in a minute, you can walk through walls basically with these boots. There is a catch where these boots are heavily cursed. And every time you do this, when you try and return back, you need to basically roll a dice, in mechanically speaking. If you fail the roll, you get stuck in the ethereal plane for X amount of hours, depending what the roll says. During this time, certain entities will try and attack you whilst you're stuck.
Okay. I'll flick on a gold piece. Say thank you.
Thank you very much. And he'll tuck that in. He'll take notes in his portfolio as if he's like, oh, this will get... Master will be dead pleased with this. And he totters away.
And I'll head back to Elro if he's away, or just go back into the main room.
Elro, where are you up to whilst Azraelion's doing this?
Yeah, Elro's just sitting up. Kind of... He's not sitting at like one of the high chairs at in the grand hall, but just pulled one off just on like one of the side tables or something.
No
He's just sitting there like resting, watching the door.
Yeah, Israeli more than come in as he sort of says and sees you in the grand hall, and yeah, there you guys go.
And he,
I found out what happens when you wear the boots.
what does it do?
It will allow you to travel into the ethereal plane, but you could get stuck and constantly attacked for a certain period of time.
Be really powerful if I can remove the curse.
Yes, so if you could remove said curse, you could travel through the ethereal plane and not be attacked. However, if you do remove the curse, it could also take away the magical properties of said boots.
It's definitely worth trying if you want to keep a hold of them.
Yes, I will see. I will put them in the bag, and when we link up with our party members, I will let them know.
Just while I have time, how are you feeling after that gunshot?
It is a different experience from what I'm used to. However, I think I shall heal well. It will add to the collection of others I have.
Quite thankful that it only hit me through here. I think it slowed it down a little bit. God, did it hurt?
It did. It really did. Where did it hit? Is it through the belly? Is it through the sides?
Through the belly, then it's all like upwards, then hit him in the sternum, sort of thing.
Yeah. So yes, I have an additional belly button, but it'll come into great use.
I think I've got 4 additional ones at this point.
This is not your first experience with said weapon?
No, when we first encountered him, we knew he was stalking us. We kind of set up camp, and I climbed a tree to hide, but it seems like he kept an eye on me while I was doing that. And as it was my turn to keep watch, I got shot, fell straight out of the tree.
He is a very
would
smart
have.
man, stalking his prey. I do apologize for interrupting.
No, I would have if Lavender hadn't tied me to it. I was kind of dangling off a tree for a while. But he's a good hunter. Certainly learned to learn a thing or two from him.
You will learn a lot more from me.
I feel like I already have.
You are a very fast man. You closed the distance well.
Thanks. It's more of a. All wood elves are naturally quite fast. I think I've just learned to push myself a little bit faster.
When it comes to it, you have to push yourself to your greatest limits in order to be successful.
I feel like we're going to really learn how to push ourselves soon enough.
I look forward to it.
I imagine Hex is long gone by now, but your tracking skills will come useful.
Sorry, that broke up on me there. Yeah, I got the tail end of it, but the tracking skills. What did she say anything before that?
Hex. Hunting down Hex will be useful having you around between you and Lavender. See if we can stop her reaching that ship.
Shall there be a contract for Hex's head? Or is this just we go because we know it has to be done?
There's not a current contract, but we'll make sure we get paid for it.
Payment for me is fine. It's more of a making sure we're doing everything by the book.
Yeah. If we bring her in alive, at least we can question her. Maybe give her a fair trial.
That is one thing I struggle with, is leaving them alive. It did hurt me not to finish off Bucky, but I know that Chorus would have been greatly disappointed if that was the case.
Me too. Well, I don't take comfort in killing. I tend to avoid it where I can. But it took a lot of restraint not to put him down then.
With my growing up and my upbringing and how I've had to go through life, killing is the only thing for me. As long as it's done by the book and there's a contract. I will never do it in cold blood.
I used to, when I was with the guild, I used to pride myself that, yes, I was a thief, but at least I wasn't a murderer. And I think sometimes it might seem silly that I'm excusing that kind of behaviour, but it's important to have ideals, I think.
Everyone has their own morals and their reasons to do it. We are all cut from the same cloth, however, we have got different patterns.
I don't know if they're going to come back tonight or what, but I should probably get some rest.
I don't mind in going to get them. I'm no stranger to sneaking in and out of places. I can get in and out of this castle.
The second floor library window was always a good escape, takes you directly onto the rooftop. You can make your way out of the district easily enough from there.
Thank you, my king. And I'll leave.
He skirts out, following the instructions of going to the second story window, sneaking onto the roof, and sure enough, you make your way out into the, by now, the cold night air, as the snow is falling from the sky. And I take it you're just going to be sneaking away, trying to go find your companions, yeah?
Yeah, just go back to the house we were in before, feed the information back to them about the boots and what's happening going forward.
Fantastic. Well, as you sneak away, maybe about half hour, whilst you're on trek to go find your friends, about half hour later, there's a knock on the door for the throne room. And without waiting for an answer, the door is push open, and you can see that Lily and Elena both walk through, and they sort of see where you are, and they sort of look around the throne room, make sure they're all in. They sort of sit down on the table next to you and opposite you. You can see that Lily's got a bottle of alcohol in her hand, just a big bottle of whiskey or something, puts on the table. We made the calls. We sent a message to the captain of the Intrepid. Told her to apprehend Hex and turn the ship around. She said she will do that. They should, if all goes to plan, be in port by not tomorrow, but the day after. The Intrepid have made good progress out. And then Elena pipes in. Then we made the people of Alria know that we're not coming anymore. That didn't go down well, but we told them that we will send another ship, but some things just come up. That wasn't the news they wanted to hear, not the news I wanted to deliver, but if it's the right thing for a bigger threat, then I'm sure they can hold out longer. They'll just have to.
I hope so. I think for Lorenthal's safety, it's the best choice.
Yeah. I hate to say cold and callous like father, but Aria's already fallen, we haven't yet. We've still got a whole... We're doing better. I don't want to dwell on it too much. I feel dirty after what I've just done, but it was the right thing to do, as you say. For our people.
If it makes you feel better. Our brother would have done the same thing.
I like to think so. I weigh up a lot of my decisions by what I think he would do. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, Intrepid should be in Brazen Fort by not, like I say, the day after tomorrow. We'll see what that brings. I have a question for you, brother. Where's my court wizard?
I have no idea.
Did he tell you if he was? No. Shit.
He has my amulet.
There must be something. Ah, shit.
I gave him the amulet so he could feel safer as he was dropping us off, and he probably just saw an opportunity.
He's probably just gone home. Back to Horizon or something, I guess. I hope. Don't know where else he would go.
No use keeping a peacock inside all the time, you know.
No, I guess not.
Shut up. It's going
I
to
guess
demented.
not.
He'll just like grab the wine and pour everyone a glass.
They sort of wait for the you to stop pouring and cock the bottle again. They all raise their glasses up. To a night.
Turn out.
And you'll clink your glasses and take little swigs. Before we cut back to the others, is there anything else you want to do, Elleril, before you mate up him for the night?
As he's gonna drinking and sitting there kind of weighing in the breadth of it, thinking about the last time he got shot, he almost died. Once it seems like his sister and Lily are going to go to bed, he'll go knock on Quinn's door.
You all say your good nights from your sister and Lily, and you go, you know where Quinn's staying, and you go knock on her door. And there's a long pause before you hear a... Who is it?
It's me.
Oh, shit. And then you can hear a door unlock, and it opens a crack sort of thing just to make sure. Oh, fuck me, it is you. She opens the door a little bit wider.
I don't want to be alone tonight.
Oh? She raises an eyebrow at you.
He'll just push his way into the room. Not aggressively.
And as the door closes behind you, we will then cut over as you do wherever you like this night. Wherever you're interrupted of Lily and Elena, you get to do. But the camera then comes down and it pans across a man jumping from rooftop to rooftop, going from alleyway to alleyway, ducking through the guards, making sure he's not caught. Quiet as the night. Whenever he gets close to being caught, Adar will make a distraction for him, catch the attention of a guard and lure them away. The two of you, perfect stealth team, make your way through the streets until you get to the outside of the wall and get to the little cabin where the steward is, along with Falcoris, Wash, and Lavender, and Bucky. You enter the door, and as you say, you'd quickly, for the sake of retcon, describe to them what the boots do. Is there anything else you'd like to tell them whilst you're there, or add on for flavor, or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm muted, Nick.
Sorry, I don't know the ship's on their way back yet, so I can't tell them that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really to pass on to them.
No problem.
You can tell them that the ship left, though.
But yeah, I could say the ship has left, and also the Emmerich has not returned either.
Mm-hmm. You pass on those key bits of information there.
Of course, we'll ask for the bits to give to the steward to examine as well, because he might be able to make some links with the curse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll need to go into the bag and get the boots.
You go into the bag. You grab the boots of holding. And as you get into the steward, he looks them over and he goes, "These will do it. These are the curse items that he must have worn to do that damage."
Can you remove the curse from the boots?
Not without destroying the boots. They are one and the same. They give a mighty boon, but they take a mighty lot in return. Unfortunately, I can't keep the good stuff without destroying the bad, and vice versa.
Can you tell what the link is between that and what Bucky had? Is there any more information you can glean now that you've actually got the boots?
In what way? Sorry.
Just any more information that you can glean.
Give me time to study them. Let me see if I can work something else out. And it won't take him too long, basically. Maybe take him about another half hour or so before he'll come back. And he'll basically say something along the lines of that there isn't like a specific entity per se that is in control of the boots. What's probably happened now, and gives more of an insight into Bucky's psyche. Bucky might have found himself stuck a couple of times, and whatever entities that lay in the ethereal plane haven't done him any favors mentally. You feel that, or he feels that Bucky has been accosted one too many times, and if you want to obviously tell the steward more about his mental state in his past, it sort of correlates to why he slipped so badly. The effect basically being, as he promised, the boots did pause the damage that was done to his legs. As a gift to him, gave him the gift to jump through the ethereal plane and such, which made him the perfect hunter. Put pause to his grievous injuries to his legs. However, there was the catch. But Bucky took that price. What he can't understand, is, and you'll happy this. What I don't know is, if he was laying somewhere with his legs like this, how do you find the boots? That's one thing you might want to speak to him about, because I don't know that. How would he come across the boots?
Those missing pieces. How they come across
Plenty
the
of them.
boots?
I think we can take a guess. If it sounded like Hex hurt him, he looked to his legs. I think it was done purposefully. Hex probably shattered his legs and put the boots on as a means to tie him together.
It
Might
keeps
be
on mentioning
pointing
two
fingers
people.
a wee bit, but well, then okay. Hex did the smash and the other person put the boots on.
Yeah, he keeps on referring to somebody as a friend. I wonder if he means because he gave him the boots and healed his legs. But are
be
the two of them
another traitor.
connected? Are they working together? Is one of them truly a friend and we don't have to really worry about them? There's a lot of questions for Bucky that need to be answered.
I think you should probably count who's missing from your cohort of allies.
I don't like Emmerich missing.
Is he known to do that?
Not really. It's the first time he's disappeared. In the beginning I didn't trust Emmerich. I grew to trust him. I hope he's not broken it.
Well, if I were you, I'd maybe count less on Emmerich being gone and more that somebody grabbed him.
It's a possibility. He's been hunted. But
Exactly. If it's by the people that I've been listening to and hearing,
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Fucking
There's
ruthless.
so many questions. We'll find out. If we manage to get X back, I was going to say if X when Hex gets back, but fucker doesn't know that yet. If we manage to get her, bring her back, we can question her. It might not be. Who knows? Bucky might have it twisted. I don't know. But he was genuinely fearful when I changed into her image.
oh no, there's definitely a story there either way.
He kept on he mentioned the heavily armored one though.
I'm assuming she would not be the heavily armored one. You said she was a cleric.
Hex wasn't heavily armored, was she?
He was armored.
Yeah. Don't know. Might be describing X, but just little details. Don't know until I can ask him. We can't really do much until we've got more information.
Really, no.
Well,
Why is Elgorm not here?
he'll probably be staying in the castle with his sister.
We were both told to stay in the castle. However, I snuck out in order to give you the information indeed.
I guess until we know Bucky's mental state, we can't take him in.
If Bucky goes into the city, he's thrown inside the dungeon.
Medically, I don't recommend that. For an unstable man, I really don't recommend that.
He's fine here for now.
He's safe under my guard. You all are.
I recommend you all get rest. I've got a funny feeling that shit's about to hit the fan more than we've ever experienced. I don't think we're going to get rest from now on. In the way. Get it when you can. Rest easy. When Bucky wakes, I'll try and get through to him.
Seems fair enough.
You guys all begin to hunker down again, huddling by the warm fire. Azrael and Nadar, you guys are glad to be out of the snow and by a warm fire again. As you guys begin to all roll out your bedrolls again, knowing that it is sleep time. And you all tuck up down in the steward's living area. He himself sort of sits down in the big sort of heavy back armchair, high back armchair that he's got, and he sort of rests his shoulders into the back of it. And he's put the great sword back in the back of the closet, and he sort of just lays there and sits there in the chair, and you can see even he begins to start nodding off as well.
Falcorus will be in the room with Bucky.
And as you, again, the blanket that was given to you early, sort of probably wrap around your shoulders a little bit just to fend off the chilly upstairs of this room, the upstairs of this house. As you can see your best friend laying down, unconscious from the cut across his forehead when he had to pommel strike him, and you look over at his legs and you see again the scars that have been left behind from what Wash has healed, but it's not those that you worry about. It's the scars you don't see. Whatever has cut his mind and his psyche, that's what you worry about. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode of The Shadows We Fear. As one of us is upstairs shagging in the top of the palace.
And if I'm right in saying, is it not the first character to get some?
I think this is the first character to get laid,
Yeah, laid on the street.
Getting laid on stream, yeah. Emma gets old, I was going to say.
It all
I was
But not on stream.
planning on doing that last session for 69 celebration, but then we had a situation arise where we had to leave.
The 69 celebration. Well, excuse me. Well, thank you again to everybody for coming along this evening. I do want to quickly say as well, as the DM of this campaign, it's been an absolute pleasure this year to have, for 2024, to host this game with you guys. I know that the start of the year was a bit ropey for scheduling, but we got better now. So again, to you guys as players, to you guys as the audience of the Shadows We Fear, thank you so much for helping me get Shadows We Fear, this homebrew campaign I've had going for the last year 3 now. 3 years, yeah. It's been a long time. I've really enjoyed the stories you told in 2024, and here's to the stories to come in 2025. Before we sign off, Andy, is there anything else we want to say?
Just firstly, sorry about the internet issues. Good old internet, you know, can't control them. But that's where it is. Definitely come and check us out in Discord and the Linktree. We've been going for 3 years now. Obviously 2024 it was a little bit off to a shaky start, but we've kind of grown stronger in, especially with the fact that we've managed to bring Nikki in as well to replace Lewis while he's away. But yeah, no, excellent. I love the story. Obviously, we're getting to the nitty gritty bits, I believe now. I think we are actually getting to the point where we get the title drop properly. But no, thank you very much, Matt, for what you've done so far, and I can't wait for next year. And to the audience and everybody out there, I hope you have a happy new year when it comes, and all the best for 2025, and we'll see you then, I guess. But I will fling it back over to you, Mr.
Thank you very much. Well, for the last time this year in 2024, I want to say thank you so much to my lovely players. Thank you so much to my lovely people here in chat. I hope you had a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next year. Hey, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.